To welcome from me, Jennifer Valentine-Miller, on another edition of the Jennifer Valentine-Miller Show. So today's introduction will provide feedback from an event that took place last week around one of my campaigns that I support, which is around prisons, ex-inmates, and our marginalized community. And this event was hosted and organised by NCLF, which is the National Church Leaders Forum, in aid of prisoners and ex-inmates. The event was chaired by the charity Bringing Hope Outreach. They bring hope to those in prison and engage with one of the psychologists as proclaimed in Luke 4:18, which is to bring good news to the poor, to proclaim freedom to prisoners, to recover sight to those who are blind, to set the oppressed free, and to proclaim the year of the Lord's favour. The call for the meeting was due to issues being faced during COVID-19, when statistics told us that there are 75% of men in prison, women came in at 5%, and our youth offenders make up 10% within Her Majesty's prisons. The stage, it seems, underpinned by racial injustices, with black minorities and the relationships they have within the system stands at 10-3 in favour of their white counterparts. And again, that is according to data statistics. There are evidence linking good practice with different macros, both major and minor, which consists of different organisations, institutions, agencies, and faith groups. It was highlighted that faith-based interventions provide a safe environment for rehabilitation for specific communities because it creates a space with a real setting in order to bring about hope. A. Lord in 1984 was quoted as saying, "Our youth's dreams are no different from our own dreams, and their dreams are no different from our own." If ex-inmates find themselves engaging with a relocated local church, then it was said that the alpha course does not make sense during the early stage for them to engage in. Ex-inmates are not able to fully relate to alpha at an early stage. They're able to explain their past because the ex-inmate has a powerful experience. There was a senior pastor on the committee, and he commented on the need to understand equalities and the disproportionates at every angle. There needs to be an understanding of the root cause of what drives someone into prison, i.e. why they choose to break the law. Do they really want to talk about the experiences as criminals or as offenders? Is Christ at the centre of their move forward? What is their home like or home life like? Is there a foundation to live a prosperous life? Does this feeling of being depressed display how they behave on the streets? Is depression the root cause? What is a church's experience like? Is Christianity taught with authenticity? Is it naturalistic? The lack of thought within our churches is affecting our boys. They can see the truth from pretense. The senior pastor also understands that some parents are working 3 jobs. The history of the Bible is vital, and the Trinity needs to be taught step by step. The forum also felt there is a need to address domestic abuse because some boys are affected by this. And so many boys want to attack their fathers when they leave prison. How will this affect young boys growing up into adulthood? A representative from the largest prison in Britain, HMP Birmingham, said that two elements are vital for prisoners. One of them is love, the second is trust, especially in prison chaplaincy. Love and care, if it's left out, is a disaster. Chaplaincy should be there to support parents as well, because mum is the most important person in these prisoners' lives and ex-inmates' lives as well. An inmate spoke of the root cause he faced as a Category A to Category D inmate, and Category D is the highest. Youth offenders under 18s do not receive much support. Chaplains do a good job, however, they are stretched. Relationships outside of prisons is not encouraged. Church community could bridge that gap with skilled workers who are non-judgmental. Prayer is key. It does provide commodities. Egos and feelings should be kept at bay, and God should be the main man in all of this. There needs to be a preventing people from going back to prison. The church needs the Nehemiahs with a credible voice who don't just think about money. Once again, skills in the church is vital. And the organisers left us, those in attendance, with actions to move forward with. One, there needs to be a liberation perspective to carry out the task with people who have been there. We should seek the advice of women. Do not put the cart before the horse. Map upon a strategy like initiatives that have done it well. For example, the Black Church Domestic Forum. Find out what is out there. Operate from a faith-based and relevant platform. Christianity must be grown out of desire. It is not impossible to overcome this because we all have the overcomer within us. And Jeremiah 33:3 was read out. Call upon me and I will call upon you. So if we want to find out more about the National Church Leaders Forum, especially around the area of current inmates and newly released prisoners, you can visit nclf.co.uk.